Hey, this is Singles Capital with your girl Lex, and I'm with
Leo
and Mystery Guy
Dushaine.
All right. So we're going to have an episode where we did get a question that was DM'd to us. So we're going to go over a question. We're going to talk about attractiveness, confidence, and we're going to talk about your requirements as you age. So stay tuned, locked in, and here we go. Want to go out with the first question? Leo?
Yeah, I got you. First question, first things first. Is there such a thing as being too attractive?
So I guess, yeah. I think there is something too attractive, and I think let's just say that guy is too fine. I think it does two things. Some women are happy about it, and some people, you're going to worry a lot about it. So I think it could become bothersome. I know some people or some women I know I do speak to just to take away their feedback and not just my personal. Sometimes they'll be like, I just want the ugly men because the man that's too attractive is too much pressure. And it's like a stigma that if they're too much finer than you that they may cheat on you. But for me, as long as he's all right, but if he's too fine, it might be too much pressure. What about you?
I think it's the same thing. I think if you're dating someone that you kind of find is extremely attractive, it does, depending on where you are in your life and your confidence, it can play a role in how you move and how you may overthink it, depending if you're an overthinker as well. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I would say dating somebody. Now, the real thing is that are you dating somebody that's more or that's attractive, like that's out of your league? Is when you say that?
Yeah, out of your league.
So out of your league, yeah. I mean, yeah, you're gonna have that's with anything that's when you're in a room where everybody is at a higher status than you. I feel like you're always gonna have that that doubt in your ear. But I mean, if you're confident and you believe in yourself, I think you should be fine. But that doubt is always gonna be there. It's just how badly you listen to it or not.
Yeah.
And I don't think you should listen to it because everybody deserves to be in whatever room they feel like they deserve to be in. So.
Yeah. Now, if you was in a relationship, how do you think that would affect the relationship? I think you kind of touched on it. Like if she was like, when I say that, not saying it's just attraction. She's just a top model. Like she looks like a top model. Of course she's just a regular woman, but she just gives off a top model look. How would you think that affect a relationship, or do you think it would affect your relationship on a man level or your level per se? I think
it just comes down to confidence. Like for example, there was a video that went Simone Biles. You know who Simone Biles is?
No.
The black gymnastic girl.
Oh yeah.
So she's dating some guy. I mean, I from my understanding, social media doesn't really know who this guy is.
Yeah.
So they asked him a question about being the prize. About you feel like she's the prize.
Yeah.
It's like you like she's a prize, like because the world knows who she was.
Yeah.
And he didn't, and I think at the time he didn't know who she was, but then also the world doesn't know who he was.
Yeah.
So he said no. I'm the prize. Well, he didn't say she wasn't the prize, but he said I'm also a prize.
Yeah.
And the kind of and that with that when you have confidence like that, I felt like that he can even though she's probably out of his league in our eyes.
Yeah.
In his eyes, she's not because at the end of the day, yeah, she's a gold medalist, but he still feels like he's worth something. And then she came back recently and confirmed that he is a prize to her because he does things and she's happy and he takes care of her and he does all these things. Yeah. So so I say all that to say that even though you may feel like somebody's out of your league, if you're doing what you need to do, they're gonna feel like you're in their league, you know. And if you have that confidence, you shouldn't have any issues in your relationship. But if you don't have that confidence and if you aren't doing what you need to do, of course you're gonna have these doubts and the relationship is gonna struggle because you're allowing that opportunity for somebody else to step in.
I'm gonna have to jump on that. I think it's confidence. I think if you can overcome that confidence and that swag to put yourself in that situation where I'm just as, not, we know we ain't as beautiful or fine and attractive as you, but you put in there like I'm just as charismatic. But as long as you can show that you have enough confidence as that person's attractiveness. So if they're attractive at 10 and my confidence is 10, I think both you guys will be worthwhile. I think it will work.
Mm-hmm. So, and you just have to add value. Like even if, like, attraction isn't everything. Yes, attraction is cool. You're super attractive. Yes, but that's not everything. Correct. So you still have to be valuable outside of your looks.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
if you're valuable, and she's out of your league, and you're valuable, I mean, you're in the right spot, and you got her. So she liked something about you.
Yeah.
So
I agree with you. Dushaine, you got anything to add to that?
So maybe I guess I'm a little bit too conceited when it comes to something like that. Like I wouldn't necessarily think someone's out of my league when it comes to like looks per se. Because at the end of the day, if I got them, I'm assuming something about me they like. So I wouldn't feel out of my league in that sense. Like as a dude, the only time I might feel out of my league is when it comes to like finances or something. If I feel like he said, if I ain't got the bread to keep anybody can slide her DMs on me, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That'll feel like a threat or something like that. But just off of looks and just say.
You think you would be able to match the energy of confidence where?
I'm assuming it's my confidence that got him, or even if I am a shy person, I'm assuming my shyness is what got him. So,
Yeah. But then when you get that locker room and everybody like, dang, dog, like, you know, how you pulled that one off? Like, I'm talking about, like, for those where everybody noticed that she's a be like, dog, you never have to bring a girl like that around. Like, you know how that be. So, like, for some people, I don't know if you've been through that situation or you did that to a friend.
I'm a cocky person. So, like, I'm gonna be happy to be in that situation. Like, I wouldn't feel a threat. But again, it'll be more so finances because I'm assuming, if somebody looks that good, I might be concerned about somebody with a little more bank coming across and, being just as funny or entertaining as myself.
Okay. Do you feel like you'd have to overcompensate in a way because of that in the relationship?
Overcompensate?
Let's just say if you were a regular guy without finance, and I won't say not without finance because you have finances, but I'm just saying if you were that regular guy and your finances was not like a baller or something, would you overdo something in a relationship?
I guess I could feel, I might feel a little pressure.
You can't say make her laugh. Like
that's what it's gonna have to be.
But I'm just saying, would you now I'm over here rubbing your feet more. Like now I'm over here doing. That's what I'm saying. Like I would do
rub the hell out of Ice Spice feet, man.
Okay, so you're gonna do a lot more in other areas to make up for that area. So she could be like, "Oh, I ain't going nowhere. You know what this man do for me?"
Exactly. Yeah. Of course, I'm gonna want to, give the best impression possible.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna feel lucky if I grab somebody that fine where everybody's showing that type of attention. So I'm gonna treat her like, let's say that she's not of Ice Spice status per se.
Just the look.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah, just the looks per se. So I might put in a little more effort, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like for the most part, I got it for a reason, so I'm gonna run that play.
Yeah. I feel you. That would work on me, but I'm an overthinker a little bit, so I'd be like, dang, well, I'm gonna have to tighten up in some areas. So I think I would be that person where I know I got them.
Yeah.
So I know I'm straight because I got them.
Yeah.
As long as they ain't wiggling in and out. As long as I know I got them, then I would just maybe overcompensate in other areas if I was lacking in some areas.
See, go ahead, bro.
What I was gonna say is that I feel like once you hit, that should go out the window. Like if I hit, if you're out of my league and I hit, like all that overcompensating is out the window. I already hit. Like it's
done deal.
It's done deal.
And that's kind of what I was gonna say, because I was gonna say at the end of the day, like I feel like as a dude, like you don't want to put yourself in a situation where like you can't convince somebody to like you. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if once again if you feeling me already, I'm gonna just run that play. But if I'm like anything I do, I don't feel like it's gonna convince you to like me or dislike me or like me more per se. You get what I'm saying? I might provide more value to you, but it's not gonna make you like me more. So if you like me, you like me. It is what it is, But if you don't like me, then I'm gonna holler at you later. It is what it is.
Okay. Would you think a woman should take that perspective? Like, let's just say she got a fine man, or he was like cute, like, you know, like a very attractive man, and she was put in that situation to tip for on the woman end. Would you say once she gets it, like once y'all officially have sex or something like that, that she's in the bag? Or would you say wait for that relationship on the woman since she doesn't control relationships?
I mean, I feel like at the end of the day, a lot of the goal for men, the goal is to smash.
Yeah.
You know, there may be a long-term goal, but the short-term goal is to smash.
Okay.
You know, so that doesn't take away the fact that there might be a long-term goal where he wants to marry her and be in a relationship. But the short-term goal is eventually to smash.
Yeah.
And and once that happens, I mean, I'm not saying that all of the, you know, of the courting goes out the window.
Yeah.
But we on the same playing field now. Like, ain't no you out of my league. I'm in the pros now. I got drafted. I'm in the pros, and you know I won the scoring title, and now I'm in here. So
yeah. I can feel that.
So come back to me. So what I was going to say is, me personally, I feel like one, it'd be harder for females versus the guys in regards to, you know, attractiveness, because you know, I only assume that you find more attractive females out there in general. But for females, like if you got a super attractive dude, one, you got to know everybody wants you do. So you get what I'm saying?
It's pressure.
It's a whole lot of pressure out here. There's a lot of competition out here. You get what I'm saying?
So you think it's more pressure for the women? Than
it's
the
way
men?
more pressure. It's not even comparable. It's just not even close to comparable.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because one, every female gonna want you to do, because every female has the same type of dude, and likely, you know, you're a guy or whatever the case is. And then two is, you know, typically most guys aren't used to that type of attention or whatever the case is. So you got to also deal with that. Like, is this person resilient enough or whatever the case may be? So yeah, I definitely feel like it puts way more pressure on the female.
Okay, I definitely can see that. Or I think I have felt that before, just start like initially talking to someone, but I was just like, get yourself together, pull this one off for the team, and it worked. It works. All right, you guys, before we get into our requests for today, that we got a personal request, a DM on IG, I just want to say, please do not forget to DM us if you want a woman perspective, to answer your question, or if you want a male's perspective, like we have a requester here today that wants the guy's perspective. Do not forget, we are on YouTube, we are on IG, and we're on TikTok, but for full episodes, they would be on YouTube. Don't forget to comment anything you want to know. So let's go into what was requested. So I guess she wants to know from the guys, why do men go after women so hard? And like basically when they first meet, they're trying to holler at me, trying to talk to me, and I'm like, nah, you're not my type, or I'm not interested. And then when you finally give that guy a chance, he starts, you know, pursuing you, talking to you, even to the point where she's like, they started a relationship with her, you know, they're sleeping together and everything's good, and then eventually everything stops. Or he starts distancing himself and getting into other things. So if you guys can give us different perspectives on like different instances.
So the only thing I can think of is that it becomes a thing where people want what they can't have, right? So people pursue certain things, not really wanting the full. Like, it's like be careful what you wish for, right?
Yeah.
So like he wanted her so badly. So, and you know, she did her thing where she wasn't interested, or whatever reason why she didn't just give him the right away, right? And it went on for so long, and then she finally, you know what? Let me just give him a chance. That's right there. I would say that right there is where she went wrong, because she settled. Because if she was attracted to him, or she was interested in him in the beginning, it wouldn't have went so long. It would have been, hey. And it would have went immediately from the beginning. But she had time or whatever was going on, and that's when she readily made herself available, whatever the case may be. He waited so long that he realized that like it was to the point where it's like you got to be careful what you wish for. So like by the time he got it, you know what I'm saying, or got what he wanted, he was no longer interested in it because it took so long to get there, and he didn't work for it, right? Because you have to work for when you work for something, you cherish it. He didn't work for it; he just waited around for it.
Yeah.
So, so that's my perspective on it, and I think that women should do more of not playing the option game and be honest with themselves. If you're not interested in somebody, then let them know, hey, I'm not interested, and don't give them a chance, right? But if you are interested, don't play the game of the waiting game or playing the game of, hey, I'm gonna see how long he's gonna wait around, because at the end of the day, you're just wasting your time and their time. Because if he's after one thing, he's gonna play that waiting game, and we had that conversation previously on previous episodes where I said, if they're after one thing, they're gonna wait for it. So if you take away that option, and vice versa, of giving it to them immediately or saying it's not even on the table, you can. Those are your two ways to go about it, and now you eliminate the waiting game of waiting for somebody to play you. Okay.
Dushaine, you got anything to add on to that?
For me, Leo kind of took the words out of my mouth. Everybody wants what they can't have. So if I'm pursuing something, or anybody's pursuing something, you're going to pursue it as hard as you can until you actually meet that goal. And once you meet that goal, you kind of make the decision, like, do I want to keep doing this? You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine you playing, basketball or a sport or whatever the case is, and you play your whole life to win the championship, and then you finally win it, and then you like, this is not that great. It's cool. You get what I'm saying? Like, how hard are you going to try the next time? You get what I'm saying? Like, how hard is going to, how much effort are you going to put into it? And then the next thing I would say, not just females, just anybody could be so kind of self-involved to think that they're the reason why somebody's working so hard in trying to get that person or whatever the case is. That might just be the person. Like, he might just be the type of dude that's willing to wait forever for any female. It's not just you ain't it's just your turn. Or whatever the case may be. So and also when it comes to the other part of the question where, the person turns around and cheats on you or whatever the case is, same thing. Like, that person is who that person is. Like, they was already a cheater. It's not because it's you or they're not interested. They was finna cheat on you regardless. Like, that's who the person is. So,
Right. And to add to that, just understand goals are meant to be made, right? So when you make your goal, you create it, you make a new goal. So if that was his goal, once he met his goal, now he's making a new one.
Okay.
So just keep that in mind. Like, me and Dushaine, we had this conversation before, and not everybody's box is
amazing.
Not at all. Some people just have regular boxes.
Regular boxes.
And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with having a regular box.
We appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying? That person may be spoiled to special boxes, and special K, and you probably just got cornflakes. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that. Some people have some people can tolerate cornflakes, and there's some people who want frosted flakes, right? There's nothing wrong if you don't have frosted flakes. Cornflakes is fine, because you just have to figure out how to spice up your cornflakes, whether you add in milk, or you use an almond milk, or whatever the case may be. But ain't nothing wrong with cornflakes.
Got you. So, ladies, did you guys hear that? I think we Leo and Dushaine dropped a couple gems in there, different possibilities it could be. It might not be you. It might just be they're a cheater. Might just be, just a regular flakes with no sugar and not frosted flakes. Or, it just might be the anticipation. They might not be interested because of so much of the anticipation. Or, their attention span is not that high. So, ladies, just a good takeaway. So how how to move for your next relationship.
And also, and to the men, listen, if y'all only want one thing, just say that.
Yes.
I'm sure I hear that it goes miles. Now, I hear it goes miles. I've never experienced it, but I heard that it works. You just let them know, hey, I just want this one thing, and they'll give it to you. And then you wake up from your dream and you don't ever get it.
Guys, I was going to say, I'm not going to lie to my guys like that, bro. Don't set yourself up, okay?
Well, I would say, okay, speaking from a woman's perspective who's going to receive the information, right? Or the women that I even know, I'm not saying to just go in there like, hey, I just want your box. I want your Frosted Flakes or non-Frosted Flakes, right? We're not doing that, right? Just, just to laugh on situations. But what I'm saying is, if you go into a situation like I like you, like I like her, you already making her laugh. She feeling you. She vibing you. Just be like, hey, babes, I'm not really ready for a relationship, or indefinite, or I possibly. But see, the thing is with the possibly, I think a lot of guys play the possibly, so women are more on alert. But even the possibly, a woman would take that. So I know that this is not a relationship. We're not going into anything. It is what it is. Whether something happens tonight or happens in a week, nothing can form of this because I know he's told me the expectations.
So why, when a man says, hey, I don't want a relationship, right? And the woman will say, yeah, that's no problem. And then they'll start, hanging out and start doing things. But then they're still kind of in their mind hoping and trying to change and create this relationship. Even though they know it from the beginning that the man said, hey, I don't want this relationship. I don't want a relationship.
So
why do women do that?
I could tell you, and I've had this conversation over decades of conversations with this. I think when men go into it, the issue is you treat it like a relationship. We over here cuddling, going to like movie theaters, and you are acting in such of a manner like, I really care about you. You mean so much to me. So she starts being like, well, hold up now. Like, maybe this might be going somewhere. So then I think that changes the situation where she starts to be like, maybe it's a relationship. And then she starts asking, like, is this a relationship? Or are we going to get in a relationship? Do you want to be with a relationship? I think that's when you should have that hard time when she comes to you with it again, like, nah, I'm not signing up for a relationship. I just like to do nice things or hang out. But women, I know, but women will put more together than maybe men do.
So are you saying?
Not all women.
No.
Women.
So would you suggest that during that time where the man is doing all these things and the woman's starting to fall and feel like she wants a relationship from him, are you suggesting that when she addresses that and say, hey, I think I like you, I like how things are going, I think we should be in a relationship, and he says, no, I told you I don't want a relationship, should the woman then decide to walk away from that situation?
I wouldn't say it like that, fellas. That's kind of like, who kind of like.
No. I mean,
I get it.
Yeah,
the meat and potato.
Already.
I could take that, but every woman is different, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to make sure like you guys are successful.
Well, I'm not saying he says it like that.
Yeah. I'm just saying like, baby, we taking it slow. I'm not ready for a relationship.
Should she decide would you suggest that at that point they should leave that situation? Because now the feelings are getting involved and they want a relationship.
So I'm gonna be honest with you. It depends on the woman. If the woman is very much like a feely, very emotional type of woman, I think this is the time that you make that U-turn, because it may turn toxic or stalkerish, or it comes to the point where she's screaming and yelling, or it's not a happy relationship after a while, right? And that's for the men too, because y'all have to receive whatever she's going to give to you at that point. So I think for both of you guys' sake, it might be a point where she should reevaluate. I'm not going to say to leave, reevaluate. Do you want to continue to be in a situation with someone who doesn't want to be with you if ideally you really want a relationship? If that's your goal, I think you might need to do that U-turn, and reality needs to hit in. Like, if you take any more time, this is you just giving up your time, But for a woman who's not so emotional, and this goes back to, I know some of these women too are not emotional or not on the emotional spectrum. They may stay with that guy even though that's not their guy until they find their guy. Mm-hmm. They will tell you like, all right, no problem. Like, we just in it just to be in it. But if I find someone, like, we done here. And then you just jump off when it's time to jump off. Mm-hmm. It all depends on what that woman is.
So this is the part where I say that, what you don't like, people just like being lied to. All right, because both for me, both of y'all. Well, I shouldn't say both of y'all, but for me, First off, for the female when she's in a relationship, well,
it's not a relationship.
Not in a relationship.
Yeah.
So one, if when it comes to men and women, we know that the women control the access to the sex, and typically they don't make it easy, and I don't think they should, because me personally, I'm the type of guy, if I can just come to a female and say, hey, yo, I'm just here for the sex, I'm probably not going to be as interested, because I can just say that to you, you're just going to give it to me. You get what I'm saying? It sounds nice, or whatever the case is, but I'm a type of person, I like the pursuit, I like to, see, try to get to see some of your character, some of your personality through the pursuit phase, or whatever the case is. So,
but you're telling her you don't want to be in a relationship with her. So there's nothing that you're actually really pursuing. It's just
what I'm saying to you is, if I can come to you and just say, hey, I want sex, I don't want to be in a relationship with you. You get what I'm saying? Like,
it's not sex. It's just, hey, I don't want to. I don't think a guy has ever came to me, or I don't know any woman. Even when I ask questions to women, a guy ever puts in that form, I think that would be for failure, right? He'll be more like, I ain't looking for a relationship, but, I'm looking for a friend.
Me personally, the only time I've ever even had that conversation, to be honest, is after the physical part of it has already happened. You know what I'm saying? We got the physical part out the way, and we like, hey, we at the point where we keep doing this. Do we want to pursue it, or we just, we gonna do this until, you find somebody or I find somebody.
Some guys say it the first, like they letting you know straight up.
But to go in there and say, hey, I'm not looking for a relationship. I just,
straight up. He's telling you day one.
I'm just here for the fun.
He's not saying fun. All he's saying is, I'm not looking for a relationship. That's
so what are you looking for?
Listen, I'm not looking for a relationship, but if you need somebody to hang out, chill with, we go out to eat. And stuff like that.
Bro, where your Riz at? You know how.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this is done by y'all men. They never gonna say sex.
First of all, nobody's saying it the way you're saying it, but I get the point you're saying.
I'm not a guy, but there's something in the lines of that.
And Leo, I would assume Leo can attest to this. Typically, this conversation ain't gonna happen until this. I done already did what I did. Now I ain't got to worry about if I'm finna get it.
No, it's at the very beginning before you even got it. I'm telling you.
Go ahead.
85% of the time.
So you have talked to a female, and during the conversation, you let her know, hey, look, I ain't looking for no relationship.
I've had males tell me.
I wouldn't have.
In my younger years.
When you gave it up to him?
No, I never gave it up to him.
That's my point.
I've never said it in that form.
As a dude,
you're talking about a guy who's just going it for a goal. This guy is going at it like, I know you different. You gonna make me go through hoops, and I don't mind going through some hoops with you. But I'm just letting you know, no matter what hoops I go through, I'm not looking for a relationship right now.
And I've said it more so in a way of like, hey, I just got out of a relationship, so I'm not really looking for one right now.
I've gotten that too.
I've said that even though I wasn't just getting out of a relationship.
Exactly. Come on, bro. This is the finesse, bro.
But that's what I'm saying.
I'm talking about a legitimate situation where you
talking
just
about like straightforward.
Yeah, like, hey, listen. Yeah, exactly, because it doesn't work. It's never gonna work. Like, why would a female accept that? And you get what I'm saying? Like, for me,
I know women who has accepted that.
No, I'm not saying. I'm not saying they won't. I'm just saying. I'm to be honest with you. Me personally, I probably likely would lose interest if she went for that.
Okay.
Because at this point, you just wanted to get up. We can just cut the small talk.
But the thing is, after you cut the small talk, if you find out you do like her, then you keep it going. But at least you have that settled out. That no strings attached.
No, listen. If life worked this easy, I would do this.
I'm not saying it works. That's what I'm giving different scenarios. I'm giving you different scenarios.
Hey, look, you. I don't want to relationship with none of y'all.
Who giving up? Which one of y'all got cornflakes or frosted flakes?
All I'm saying is, it's not. Life is never one way, right? So I'm giving you different scenarios how they play out. They use different forms. I've heard it the blunt way. I've heard it the same way Leo said, I just got a relationship, I ain't looking for nothing. I've heard it.
But that's a finesse. It's not a real thing, bro. Like, yeah.
That's what you use to get the woman. So these women need to know what they gonna hear.
No, what I'm saying is, if you trying to hear that, you're trying to be lied to. Like females that say, if guys just want sex, why you don't just say you want sex at the beginning? Baby, why I gotta tell you this? Like, what guy you talking to that don't want, like, who are you talking to that don't want this?
So...
Go ahead.
So I think that, like, I get both of your points. I do know that there are in a real situation, there are men who are saying, hey, I'm not ready for a relationship. I'm working on myself. I'm focused on my business or whatever.
Yeah.
But we can still kick it if you're trying to kick it. But that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to kick it, that's fine. There are some men that are saying that and still getting it. But I get his point too. His point is that outside of the finesse, outside of the riz, a man going to a woman saying, hey, you look good, whatever, what's your name, blah, blah, blah. Hey, but hey, I want to let you know now.
No, he's not going to even let you know right that. He's going to try to, y'all going to talk on the phone. He going to ask you all the colors you like. You know how that is.
So he finessing you
And
just to
wait,
get
wait.
you to the point.
I'm saying outside of all
Okay,
that,
okay.
outside of all that chemistry building and
Okay.
all that extracurricular activities, he can say, hey, I just want to let you know straight up, I'm not looking for no relationship right now. Are you still going to give him your number?
Like the only way this is working is if off jump,
Yeah.
it's one of those super attractive dudes that we were talking about earlier. And he knew he was finna hit already. Like I know I'm finna get this, so like let's
Hey,
cut
you
this
been
short.
looking at me from across the room.
Like
I got hazel and green eyes.
bro, you know
Like,
you looking at a 3, you a dead 3. Like we know where this is going, ma'am. Let's not waste both of our time, okay, ma'am. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Let's cut this short. So I'm gonna let you know right now.
Yeah.
But other than that type of situation, I'm gonna try to, not me personally, but
Yeah.
a dude is gonna try to finesse the situation to at least have some type of control. Because human nature, you want some type of control. You get what I'm saying? So I'm gonna try to control the situation some type of way. And if I gotta say this to you or that to you, you get what I'm saying? Just to at least get it, the process started. I'm gonna at least get started. I'm not gonna just throw myself to the wolves. I think.
So I think that's a perfect way to get into this next highlight point of the show. I just want our viewers to understand that when we are talking to you, we are telling you from the truth that we know, the truth that we have talked to people on the streets and we've asked people questions, family and friends in our lives, and information.
And the truth that we experienced.
And the truth that we have experienced. In no shape, way, or form, we are giving you something that's not real or authentic. So I just want you guys to understand that. And not saying what we're saying, there's not other situations that come outside of it. We're just touching on a few of them. All right, so let's get into our next topic. Have you ever found yourself attracted to someone who doesn't fit your usual type? Like, I mean that, let me give you guys an example. Like, you met this girl, she not really, or he not really like what you're dead on attracted to, but it's someone where after a while they grew on you. Have you ever had those situations before?
Yes, I have.
You have?
Yes.
Dushaine, you have?
Yes, I have.
All right, same over here. So I guess since it happens to all of us, my question to you, really my real question part is, what stood out that made that attraction for you? Like, it wasn't the beauty. Please don't say the booty. But what was it that attracted you to her?
It was just the vibe.
The vibe?
It was the vibe. There was a little alcohol involved, and it was a vibe, and sometimes some things just when they say like timing and stuff like that, certain timing and stuff like that, it's just what it was. It was a timing. It was a perfect timing, and it was a nice vibe, and I was just like, fuck it, like and you start to see. I feel like there's two things that happens, right? When you meet someone, right, you see the outer layer, but when you learn their personality, that can either overshadow. It overshadows the outer layer. So like if somebody you ever notice when like you meet somebody, you're like, oh, she's really pretty, and then she got a nasty ass attitude, and you're like, damn, she's ugly, because she's an ugly person inside. It makes her look ugly on the outside. And I feel like that also can have the opposite effect. If you find somebody that's not your type, or you usually aren't like super attracted to, and but then you get to know them and you see their personality, it starts to shine through. Like all that is, you push that to the side, because it's like I'm now attracted to who you are as a person. I'm attracted to your personality. I'm attracted to your soul. So I think that's what happened with me in my situation.
What about you, Dushaine?
Yeah, I would say something similar. You know, I'm assuming this, you know, takes place over a little bit of time, or whatever the case is. You know, it wouldn't be a same day type thing.
Would you say was liquor involved? Or
No,
would
no,
you
no,
say
no,
yours
no.
is just like
No,
you
definitely
kept
not
talking
no
and talking, or she kept pursuing you?
Yeah, I would definitely say for sure, like the vibe, the conversations, you know, the first time you meet someone or you start talking to somebody, you don't know how they're going to react to certain things, and you might have had, you know, bad experiences in the past where, you know, you were talking to somebody and for some reason, no matter what, you know, it's just a misunderstanding. They misunderstand you and you misunderstand them. It's not necessarily you guys are always fighting or something like that, but it's just a bunch of misunderstanding. Versus, you know, you meet this person and you like, dang, I don't want to say this because she might take it the wrong way. But, you know, you end up saying it to have that conversation and then she don't take it the wrong way. And it's like, okay, I can, you know, this is cool. I can keep talking to her. Or whatever the case is. And then it goes a little further. And then also what I've come to find out is that, you know, people obviously people can just be very interesting in the person themselves. You know, they can just be very interesting, and you know, whatever they got going on there, you know, their family members or friends or whatever the case may be, and you know, just being around them, just, you know, is just enjoyable. So after a while, like he says, you know, the attractiveness is like you're not looking at the things that you find unattractive. Like let's say you may not like somebody who is, you know, overweight or something. You may not see as many roles now. You know, you might just try to look above the neck.
Like you my baddie in such a way, shape, or form. No, I went too far.
Nah, not you.
Okay.
Wait, what? All right.
Okay. So for me, I think what got me, or what has happened to me, similar like what you guys are talking about, but I think what first initiated, I was like, it was the humor. And I always like a funny person. So once I got the humor, I was like, okay, you settling in. And then eventually I think it creeped up on me. And then it was like, dang, this person is mad cool. The conversation is nice. Or I think everybody else has been more of like conversational. Just probably one or two with the liquor. But overall it's conversational. Yeah.
I think too, like, those be the ones that like be like that flip your world upside down.
Yeah,
like,
they'll be the best ones.
Right, you know?
They'll be the best
like,
ones to
shit,
me.
like why ain't do this earlier? Like why I got these standards?
Is it low expectations?
So this
right.
Okay. Y'all coming into my next question. So So would you say that maybe after that situation, did you maybe think that lowering up your standards maybe a little bit may get you your queen or get you that next person? Or have you guys tried that after? Or did it make you guys more open-minded? That I don't have to go after my exact and the thing is, what I call my exact requirements or level of where I would want to talk or sleep with someone. Did it change that for you guys or no?
No, because the person usually that person is the exception, right?
Okay.
So it doesn't change it. It's not like, you know, let's say I was attracted to, let's say I like natural hair, and I didn't like any girls that you know that wore, you know, wigs or weave, and then I dated a girl that wore a weave, and it was like, oh, you know, it's not as bad as I thought it was. It's still, you know, at the end of the day, you still have a type, so that person just becomes the exception. It's not gonna make you like, okay, yeah, I could deal with this. Like when I was younger, way younger, I did not like, I didn't like women that had marks on their face, like blemish marks and stuff like that. Like I used to like, oh my gosh, no. And I did grow out of. I did grow out of that because that was very immature of me at the time, and I was young. But outside of certain stuff, there's certain stuff that is just, that person just becomes the exception. It's not something that, you know, like when you date outside your race. Let's say if you date like, you know, Caucasian or something like that, like just because that person was cool and that, you know, you felt a vibe with them, that doesn't mean like it's like, okay, yeah, I could date all of them. No, you still, that person was just the exception to the you know, to to that standard you had. So.
Yeah. Did it keep you a little bit open-minded, or they're just the exception? That's it.
I mean, you're open-minded as to seeing if somebody else is the exception, but once you confirm that they aren't, you've confirmed that person is the exception, then you're like, I'm not going back to this.
Okay. What about you, Dushaine?
Well, I guess you guys got me there at the end, because I was going to say I definitely keep an open mind. If I wanted something to surprise me, I'm wanting to be surprised again. Because I'm thinking of the mindset of like he said, for example, is somebody I wouldn't even have thought to date. It's not like somebody I was already keeping an open mind to, and was like, yo, this might be a possibility.
Like, you're right.
Like, nah, bro, you caught me off guard, bro. I wasn't even here for this.
Didn't even know you was cool like this.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And you caught me off guard. So if you catch me off guard, now I'm going to have an open mind, to this type of situation. But like he said, if I do, double back and, just try to test the waters one more time and don't work out like you did the first time, then you dead. It's over with.
When you say that, you mean the same person, or you mean a whole new person?
No,
like the new person.
The same, whatever that exception was.
Okay.
Just to see if,
so if you tried the
strike twice.
So if you tried the exception again and it didn't work for you guys, y'all was like, it's okay. It was just that one person.
Yeah, like imagine when you was much younger. Let's say you dated a really old dude, like in his 40s or whatever the case is, and for some reason it was like a really great vibe. Like you might have an open mind to dating older dudes.
Yeah.
But let's say second dude come along, he just beat the hell out of you. You're gonna be like, you know what?
I got you. In that way,
they might not be so good.
That old anger.
Okay.
Like, damn.
All right, that's cool, because I think I did the same thing. I think I did it more so like, I think my requirements was very high, or let's say my standards was very high. I think it opened up my standards to the point where that person can be more humorous, not too much more humorous, but I'm open-minded on someone who can make you laugh, or we can connect in such of a way, because overall, I hate to say this, because it's not, at the beginning, because I've already got you, so this may be touche. But after a while, I guess maybe because you've seen them so many times every morning, it's like, man, them must get old. Like, I see you every day. So it's like I need something more than that. I can't just be with somebody fine. I'm going to go. It got to be more to that for me.
I ain't going to lie. You know the ones that be mess me up, bro?
Yeah.
Like really, really hilarious big girls, bro.
Oh, they're the funniest.
Hilarious big girls.
Yeah, like if you're a big girl, but you're not funny, bro.
You mean hilarious?
Like what's her name? Nikki from the Parkers, whatever her name is.
Monique.
Oh, Monique, like a Monique. You just dying, bro. It's like, dang,
Nah,
bro.
they never get me.
I got, bro.
We are not editing this part.
You ain't made a funny one, bro. They ain't make me laugh long enough, bro.
There used to be this thing called Thick Thursday.
Hey, listen, and they get you look it up, bro. You go, listen, they gonna take advantage of you.
You would, I was about to ask you if you some shit off your chest you want to get off. You know what I'm saying? The Me Too movement is for men too.
Hey, it was all young once, bro.
Oh God.
Okay. All right. So let's get into the next topic. Do you feel like as you get older, would you say that your requirements for me, men, for you guys, women, increases or decreases? So like from your 20s to your 30s, do you think your woman requirements has changed?
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. When I was in my 20s, I didn't care if you cooked, clean, or nothing. As long as you were fun and you were attractive, I was with you. And but now,
that bit useless.
We are killing Leo today.
Clean, bro. You useless, bro. What are you doing about life?
Listen. So now it's just like you gotta do the 3 C's. Cook, clean, and
that part. Okay, we got it.
I'm still thinking.
So let me ask you a question. So is that the same thing for you, Dushaine?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And not even that. Just with attitudes or whatever the case is. When you was younger, I can deal with,
The rowdiness.
yeah, all the rowdiness and you
The
being mad about,
fussing.
you being mad about everything.
Buy your
little thing.
car, like I'll mess up your car.
Oh no! I would never go
you
for
never
that.
that guy?
Nah, no,
What
no,
about
not
you?
my car.
No, I never go for that.
Okay,
I'll call
okay.
the police on you.
Yeah, real quick, not my car. I pay for this and insurance. You crazy?
I've sent
Crazy.
someone to jail.
Oh Jesus!
Crazy, bro. Nah, not my
Okay.
car. But yeah, the personality, you're a little bit rowdy, whatever. I can take that when I was younger.
Yeah.
Now I'm older. Hey, listen, you get a little bit too. First of all, if I feel like you yelling at me, I don't want to talk no more. I mean, let's cut this out.
If we arguing too many times.
No. I don't need you to argue with me if you raise your voice at me.
Oh.
And it ain't got to be argument. Why are you raising your voice at me? Why are we doing this? I don't like this.
And another thing too, I would say is, I wouldn't say income. I wouldn't say income plays a factor, but you have to be doing something. Like you have to have, like you got to be working, you got to be having your business, you got to have something. I'm not saying you have to make mad money, but you can't just be doing nothing.
Let me tell you why. On that. And I'm not a man, but I've talked to men why I feel like they are so right. The reason why that they want a working woman is because, no offense, ladies, it's not all. I'm talking for some that I spoke to, right? They need you to have something to do. You can't be calling them. They can't be on the phone all day. They working. And to have a woman who got too much time, they not feeling that. Would you agree to that? Where she can call you all the time. She ain't got nothing to do. She could be searching up your IG.
I mean, I don't answer my phone.
Oh.
Like, you don't have to catch me. Like, I'm busy. Like, and I think that's where a lot of people go wrong is in the beginning they make themselves so available that when they actually do get into a relationship and then now they do have stuff that they have to do and they're not as available or making themselves as available, people are like, oh, you changed up on me. It's not that I changed up on you. It's just that the relationship was fresh and I made myself available because I wanted you to know I was interested. But now
I got the box.
Right, I gotta get back to work. So, like at the end of the day, it's just that you can't make yourself too available. Like if you at work, be at work.
Yeah.
No,
Who can't make themselves too available? The guy or the female?
I feel like the man shouldn't make themselves too available. If you're at work,
Wow.
maybe I'm at work. Let me be at work. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because then when you start opening that box of,
But how you gonna get to the box if you ain't available, bro? Like somebody else is available to get to the box.
I said too available.
First of all, we already know it's a race to this box, okay?
Oh, it's
so
always,
if you
yeah.
not if you call at the right time and you ain't there, somebody else can get that call, okay?
Well, what I'm saying is that
I'm listening.
you don't want to be too available. Like if I go on break, I go on lunch, I'll call you, I text you. Yeah, I'll text you here and there, but I can't be sitting there on the FaceTime with you the entire time I work. Because now, when time goes on, we in a relationship, we 3-6 months down the line, you want to sit on FaceTime while I'm at work all day. I don't want to sit on FaceTime with you.
So do you want to do? Well, okay. So if that's what you did at first, is it not some parts of you that still wants to be on FaceTime and talk to you? Like
Absolutely.
I still
Listen.
Is that what? Say that again.
like. So what I'm trying to say is that I understand you guys started this situation and you guys were always on FaceTime, but I'm thinking, yeah, you're gonna have the moments like, dang, I don't want to be on the phone with you all day today. But there's gonna be some days where you be like, man, where my baby at? I want to talk to.
Of
her
course,
about some
yeah.
stuff.
But I'm
so
just
you're
saying-
still gonna want
but
to
I'm
be on the
saying-
phone with her.
My point is that too much.
Of
is too
anything
much.
is bad.
Exactly.
But
so you gotta take it in moderation. So I can be on FaceTime with you, maybe from if I'm working 8-hour shift, maybe 2 hours after shift, an hour after shift, 3 hours after shift at most. But I can't be on FaceTime with you 7 hours because then now you gonna keep expecting that. Now your expectation is, hey, he's been on the phone with me 7-6 hours out the day. So why are you not on the phone with me every day?
You are very disciplined.
especially if the woman is sitting at home doing nothing.
That's why I said that's
Right,
the ones.
right. So
that's the
what I'm
ones
saying.
where the guys are like.
It's not about that to bring it full circle.
Yeah.
It's not about the fact that she's at home doing nothing. It's that I made myself too available for her while she was sitting at home doing nothing to reach out to me. Because when she can't reach out to me, guess what she's gonna do? She's gonna find something to occupy her time.
know
Got
exactly
you.
what you want.
And Dushaine said, you know exactly what she gonna find.
Exactly what you gonna find, man.
Let's hope it's not that option.
Yeah, for
Okay.
sure. So I think on my perspective, my requirements. You guys did such a good job, by the way. I think my requirements did change from my 20s, even from my early 20s. I think I had more time, so I was entertaining whatever came knocking. Like I was like, I had free time.
Whatever came knocking?
Not whatever came knocking. Like whatever I like came knock. Like at that point, I was doing.
yo.
No. Mama, I wasn't doing
Pizza
it.
delivery.
Oh Lord, no. Dang, Leo, what you think of me? But no,
It's
entitled.
you don't watch those movies.
So I think it was more that I had time. So therefore, if it was somebody that I was like, I don't know, maybe not. I might not, but I might have stayed on the phone with you, but maybe not too much. Or I might have hung around you, being around another friend, but like now that I'm getting older, it's like, I'm telling you straight up, like no. But when I also went from, I feel like when I went from 25 to 30s, my requirements and my time started becoming a little bit more valuable. And I think my requirements started going up.
So can you be a little more specific for us and like give me a requirement that you have now in your 30s versus, you wouldn't even think about this back in your 20s?
Like I wasn't worried about if he knew how to cook, so he could cook with me. I would also say I wasn't so worried about if he had relationships with his family. That wasn't my business. But now it's my business. I wasn't even like I know you got kids, but I wasn't even checking how many times you was checking in with your kids. Now, man, it's been a week. You ain't see how them kids doing. Like, everything good with them? Like, you getting them this weekend? Like, I want to make sure you're going to get them kids this weekend. Not saying I want to break from him. Like, I want to spend time with him, but I want to give up my time so you can enjoy your kids, because I'm thinking when I start my family, that's going to be all of us together now. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to think of some other things.
Let me ask you a question. It's probably a little bit off topic, but how old is too old to fall asleep on the phone with someone?
Never too old.
Ain't never too old, man.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna be honest with you. That's one of my things I like to do, but I'm not gonna lie. There's been relationships where, they will dissimilar. Hey, I'm finna go to sleep, and I be like, dang, why you can't stay on the phone until you fall asleep? Because I like when you talk me to sleep.
You know why you can't stay on the phone while you fall asleep?
Why?
Because he had an out. I'm just joking. I hope not. Some people got work in the morning.
I'm so done. At this age, there's certain ages, they be going to sleep early.
That's what I was going to say. At this age, I can go to sleep at any time. All right? It's not even 2 o'clock in the morning. Definitely ain't 2 o'clock, baby.
First of all, I don't know any man staying on the phone at 2 o'clock in the morning no more. I'm going to be honest with you.
Rough.
They'll be after 12, 1, they be like, baby, you ain't tired a little bit?
No. See, this is the thing.
Before, I be up to the next morning.
Ain't no 2 o'clock in the morning. We still up talking. We snoring.
When I was younger,
the phone's still on or the phone dead.
When you was younger, you wasn't on the phone till 5, 6 in the morning. Like, what you doing? What I'm doing?
No,
what
I'm
talking
talking about we still on the phone. We
was on the phone till the next
on the
morning.
phone, but the phone on, watching us sleep.
All day. Oh,
even
man.
back then. And back in the day, back in the 20s, we wasn't on the phone. I was in your face. To 2
I was
o'clock.
on the phone. I was on the phone. KK. We used to have a chat line back in the day, my boy.
How far back you talking?
04, 05, 06.
Oh, you talking about high school?
Well, what you talking about?
I was talking about 20s.
Okay.
I'm in your face.
Oh yeah, I mean, chest.
We outside of the car till 7 a.m.
The early 20s.
Come jump in the back seat with me.
You know what I'm saying?
When your mama not home.
Hey, it's the back seat, baby. She ain't got to be here. What you talking about? I'm going around the block.
So I think for me those change and just making just ensuring that he's willing to be a partner. I'm not saying I need him to do everything that. I know there's a woman role and a man role, but I want to know that if today I fall short, he might wash the clothes for me today. Mm-hmm. And he's not going to bleach them or just be that guy to be like, that ain't my job. So I'm just checking some things off. Not saying that they're if you don't have them, I'm not going to talk to you, but I am going to teach you. If you don't know how to cook, I need you to know that if I'm out of town this week, and my kids are with you, they can get something to eat, and it doesn't have to be fast food. So I think that's it for me. Oh wait, so I do have a follow-up question. So with that being said, do you think the requirements changed because of the age or because of the dating pool? Which one do you think pushed you more into the requirements that you started to change?
I get you.
Okay.
I get you. I think that it's both. I think because of the age, the dating pool changes. Because people, when you get older, the more the dating pool becomes a little slimmer because they're probably married, right? So that's another factor. And then you do become older, and you start to put up with accept and tolerate less because it's like you get to that feeling where it's like I've been through so much so far already, like I'm not putting up with this. So I think it's a little bit of both.
You think the requirements lessened, or do you think that they're
No, when I say requirements, I may have said requirements, but I meant tolerance.
Okay.
Your tolerance starts to lessen, and you're like, I'm not putting up with, like he said, somebody with an attitude or somebody yelling at me. I'm a grown ass man. You're not gonna yell at me. You know what I'm saying? You're
right.
a grown ass woman. You telling me you don't know how to cook?
We can't
Like
yell
that's
at
crazy.
each other.
Like my tolerance is gonna be a little bit more now, less.
Yeah.
So my requirements, yes, will be more. And then plus the dating pool does change because now a lot of people are older. So it's not like he could go out like. This is singles capital, but where do we go out to go meet people our age? If we weren't to go out and go date or go be with somebody, where would we go?
That's what's going to happen up next. We're going to have places to go.
Yeah, I did that.
Thank you. I see how you did that. We are going to have events coming up, so stay tuned to that. It's going to start out in Florida, though.
But that's also my point. We got to create that now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because if we go to
all they had was bingo.
You know what I'm saying? We go to BB Sundays and all this stuff like that. You're going to see a lot of people that's younger than us. You know what I'm saying? And
not even younger than I think you don't know if they're
or
searching for the same thing that you're searching
and
for.
Then they might not be like either they're gonna be younger, they're either gonna be not single and probably there with their spouse, or they ain't shit.
They're not taking things seriously.
Or they're not taking things seriously. They ain't shit.
So try to be nice about it.
Right. So with that being said, it's like that forces you to kind of be like, okay, I can't put up with this anymore. Too. Yeah. So I think it's a little bit of both.
I have to agree with you. I'm just going to add one other thing to it. I feel like I think women or men, sometimes you wisen up in some areas, wherever them areas may be. Everybody is different, where it changes your dating pool after a certain time. Or you may go through situations where it's like, I'm about to add some requirements where these men in my pool, it ain't gonna go, so it's gonna have to be a smaller pool. So I think that sometimes also change with it, just to add on to that. You got anything to add, Dushaine? Oh, we hit it over the head.
Nah, I feel like I hit it over the head. I guess with time, anybody's going to change. Like the things you want to put up with, you're definitely not going to put up with all those certain things anymore. And then I feel like as you get older, like you just what's the right word? Like you just start realizing more things. You get what I'm saying? When you were younger, most things, like a lot of things, didn't matter to you. You get what I'm saying? And as you get older, the things that didn't matter, like they matter to you now. And if you're talking to somebody who it doesn't matter to you, like, bro, what's wrong with you, bro? Like what, like what have you been going through? Well, this doesn't matter to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and we were talking about, dumb stuff earlier. We were talking about IRAs and 401ks. And if I'm talking to somebody right now, they talking about, I don't know what the fuck about my 401k. Like what? Like,
how do you know?
That's all I care about right now, baby. I'm trying to retire one day, baby. What you talking about right now?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So if they're not on the same, like the same mind frame as you, now you kind of like, what, let me just stay away from that. When you was younger, it's like, if you don't care about this, it's like, I don't care what you don't care about. It doesn't matter to me. Yeah. Because you ain't thinking about that.
So I guess, just to lead me into my next thing, I might be overthinking, you guys tell me this. So I feel like this is the requirements in this genre, right? I think after like your 45 and your 50s, a lot of those requirements you make doesn't really matter.
I feel you.
It's just love. I just want to be loved. So to me, I feel like we put up too much requirements when at the end, if let's just say you didn't make round 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to finding that man, and you in the long haul for the 40s, 50s, 60s, I won't even say 40s, I want to say like 50s, 60s and getting older, Do you think at 60 or 70 you would have any? Man, you love me. I love you. Like a lot of the requirements you have won't be more so of requirements. Like it ain't gonna be just the box or the attraction for you. It's like what she can do in the house for you. So I think the requirements decrease as we get older.
I think that when you're young, there are no requirements. When you get to our age now, we have requirements, but I do believe when we get past our age, there's still a certain requirements that don't leave. And one for me, I don't care how old I get. If I'm 55, 65, I need my peace.
Oh yes.
And if you come in here not being peaceful,
but looks won't be so important to you. You can have that.
I mean, if I'm single at 65,
I don't know, bro.
55,
If you 65 and you get you a little young thing, bitch, she a little bit unpeaceful. You know, I'm just saying. I don't know. You might put up with a little bit of
So Dushane's speaking for
I'm
himself.
I'm just saying.
I need my peace at all
If
times.
you in your 70s, you can get you
There's
a 40,
no money in the world.
40-year-old that's a little bit, you know.
oh,
There's no
I'm
money
40.
for me.
Yeah, I ain't talking about no 21-year-old. Nothing crazy.
No, I was on 21, but
But you get what I'm saying.
even 30. If I'm in my 60s and I get a 30-year-old,
Nah.
I don't want to deal with that.
I don't want it.
Because in my mind,
I want peace.
Baddie, bro.
she gonna whoop my ass.
No, she gonna she gonna put you in a nursing home.
No, in my mind, she gonna whoop my ass,
She gonna
and I
put you in
can't do
nursing
nothing
home.
about it. She gonna be young and agile, and I'm 65 years old. She gonna whoop my ass. That's what's gonna happen. Nah, I need another person the same age as me. We can
Even
throw them
the
slow ass punches together.
And the thing is, can y'all still relate with that 30-year gap? If she got an old soul, I think so. But if not,
I
then
feel like you can relate to anybody. When people say
Whoa,
stuff like that, I
whoa.
feel like you can relate to people.
I think there's some things you're not gonna get.
Nah,
Like
yeah,
with
I mean,
this, with
no,
this,
no, no,
this
no. I'm not saying you're gonna relate to everyone.
Yeah.
I'm saying you can relate to.
to something, but I feel like the overall, it's like if you like, oh, you know about Kid and Play,
Yeah.
they'll be like, Kid and Play. What was Kid and Play? Like you can't
People
go to
are
like
relaxing that right now when they watch.
yes, if you can't be like, oh, you remember Martin. So it's like, do you want to take that away sometimes? Like sometimes.
Yeah, but I mean that doesn't mean just because
Not-
you're 60 doesn't mean you're out of touch with the current events. Because my
Yeah.
dad is 60 something, about to be 70,
you
and
know about.
he like he could tell you right now about the current events that's going on right now, like anything popular, Marvel and all that shit.
Okay.
You know about all that shit. So
You know Kodak Black and all the songs like
he
that.
know Kodak Black and stuff like that.
Okay.
He
Nigga,
don't.
we talking about no Diddy?
I don't know if he's saying no. I mean, I'm sure he know, but you know, my dad is always, you know, you just if you're at that age,
And your
some
dad's in your
people-
60s, right?
yeah, he's about to be 70.
And how old is your dad, Dushaine?
Oh, you don't
God
know.
damn.
No.
Damn.
That's the.
But I'm just saying, okay, so you can speak to it because he's a little bit older. I'm not gonna say whatever the 80s or the 70s.
That's the difference too.
I would
His
say-
dad, ain't your dad like Super Island?
Yeah.
Jamaica.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying,
that's-
like, is he
that's
worried about current
that's-
events? Even Jamaican current events? Is he like worried
My
about?
dog trying to live to see tomorrow. What you talking about right now?
I know. I'm
baby?
just saying that.
My dad. First of all, my dad's 86 years old. Okay.
Okay.
So he,
Okay,
ain't,
excuse me.
he ain't focused on none of the stuff we talking about right now.
Yeah.
Trying to make his doctor's appointment on Friday. That's really what he's trying to do. He trying to see Friday with a doctor. Man. What you talking
Oh
about,
God.
He ain't worried about none of this bullshit.
But again,
But you
I'm
get
sure.
what I'm saying, like how
no,
life be life.
But I'm sure he watches the news.
No,
So-
no, he watched-
Yeah, so he's
I
still
think watches
current.
the
So
news.
it depends.
Yeah.
No, he's
So
still
if you're
aware of current events.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
current. There's two types of current events. There's
Yeah.
pop culture current events,
Yeah.
which is the shit that we probably know about.
Yeah.
And then there's actual
Like
real shit happening,
like world
that he
events.
know about that we may not know.
Like
about.
world
I know you
news.
know about it. You're a
Yeah.
nerd,
Yeah.
but you know
Yeah.
you don't know what's going on over there in Israel.
Yeah, we talk about it all the time. We talked about it yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
But again, but I don't be paying attention to the pop world because I be into other
So you don't know
stuff.
nothing about the Drake and Kendrick Lamar and Rick Ross?
I just figured out about that because we have to post.
Bro, I haven't listened to none of them.
I didn't even hear this. I don't know none of the songs.
songs.
I don't know the songs.
Like
It
I heard
doesn't- I'm not
clips
even
of it,
motivated.
but I
Drake
didn't listen to the
killed
whole.
them boys, though.
Whatever. Who cares?
Right?
They're all rich. They're gonna make money together.
That's
Whatever.
it. They probably did this for a whole money
Yeah,
situation.
They were
I mean,
like,
I'm not
they were
that
like, did he
invested.
getting too much attention?
This
Let's just start. Everybody
is
start
my
fighting.
problem,
Everybody
right?
start fighting.
And again,
Get
singles
off the
capital.
city, bro.
I'm sorry to go on the deep end. I don't know why we worried about multimillionaire problems. They're millionaires.
Yeah.
let's worry about our struggles
Yeah,
right here.
for
Like,
real.
I'm
Like, I
not
don't
worried
care what they
about
got going on, bro.
this man got mansions on mansions and mansions. Like, what am I worried about? What they got? I don't give a damn.
Nah, if one of them stabbed the other one, then I.
Now, okay, yeah, that becomes world news.
But yeah, other than
that comes world news. But like overall,
Yeah, bro. Whatever.
yeah. All right. So yeah, let's go into that next topic. This is our ending topic for the night. So, what role does confidence play in the level of attraction to someone? So as far as confidence in your woman or the woman that you meet, how important is confidence to you in the woman that you meet? I know we kind of talked.
I think it's a gift. I think it's a gift and a curse.
Ooh.
I've met women that are confident. I've met women that are overly confident. And when I said overly confident, it's not that they shouldn't be confident, but they were overly confident. And I don't like overly confident.
When you say
overly confident, yeah, there you go.
do you mean like conceited? That's what.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, they look good, but then they act like
They
just
think
act.
don't stink. That's what my mom.
Yeah, I mean, they just act non-human, like they don't like it. Yeah, and I don't like that. I don't like. I've met people who were confident. You could be confident. Everybody should be confident, but then I don't like people who are overly confident, where they're basically acting like, they're not human. Like they don't abide by the same rules. We don't breathe the same air or type like that. I don't like that. Like
you like some humility.
Yeah, have a little humility. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you, bro.
So.
Yeah,
what about you?
No, I co-sign
You co-sign
that.
that?
Yeah. Me personally, I was gonna say
but it's a requirement for you to be in a relationship with the woman has to have a good level of confidence for you.
No,
guys,
not really, not at all.
She got
I
low
think
confidence.
I think women confidence is very subjective, because, and that might not be the right word, but I know I've dated women who I thought were beautiful.
Yeah.
And they were not confident in their
that's an insecurity per se.
in their dormant state.
Yeah.
But when they throw that makeup on, they were like they're confident. And it was like, you should be confident without the additional makeup and all that stuff, because
that's really you.
Right.
Yeah.
And they never were confident about that. So,
to the point where they wore makeup every day.
Makeup to go to Publix.
So is
to go to the dollar store.
I know some guys who would not date a woman like that.
Who?
Maybe that'll be a next topic.
Who would not date a woman like what?
Who, if she has to wear makeup every day, or she can't be in her true self, like if he can't can't see your natural hair once a month.
Yeah, because
well, in the house that's different. Like in the house, like if she's wearing makeup in the house, just wake up in the morning, throw on a bead of makeup, that's crazy. I've never experienced. I never seen that. You seen that before?
No, I mean,
nah.
I mean, like, okay, so
but I'm like,
but it's females
go
like
anywhere.
that though, bro.
Yes,
it's
there is. But even then, that same woman, when you were dating her, she put on a full-fledged makeup to come to your house. Even you guys are gonna have sex, whatever the case may be. Every time she came to you, she came with a full-fledged makeup.
No.
It
It was
when
just to go out. To be
was that was before the relationship?
Though. That's the difference, though. It was like full face of makeup for public to see her.
Yeah.
But if she was coming straight to me or anything, like, it was never the case.
When you guys were in a relationship, or this was even before the beginning, like
relationship. I don't remember her from the beginning.
Okay.
As far as makeup wise, makeup really became popular in like 2000.
Nah, bro. That's when you just start noticing it, bro.
Yes.
Makeup's been popular.
No, I'm talking about like
forever.
where everybody was like beating their face.
It's back in the day was way worse.
Yes, they wore makeup. Yes, I'm not saying that they didn't wear makeup.
They wore lighter makeup.
I'm saying, I'm not even saying that, because they wore heavy makeup back then.
Heavy,
too.
super heavy.
But I'm saying the skill set.
Oh yeah, they could fake their nose and stuff.
That skill set has really tipped the scale in like
contouring and trying to make your nose change from the makeup.
2013,
Yes.
Like that's when there was a whole different. The skill set became different. Like before, you had to actually hire up a makeup artist to like to get the certain faces that people,
I get what you're saying. It became more common and more popularized. I get what you're saying.
I'm not saying that
there, but
it was always there. Yeah, but back then it was like lip gloss. It was it was that eyelashes. Now it's like all this extra shit.
I would say it was more reserved for the people who can afford it back then. But now, all that stuff is cheap, so it's readily available for everybody.
So back then it was like, I feel like back then it was more like lip gloss, like eyelashes, eyeliner, lip liner, shit like that. Now it's the whole mask. It's a mask.
So I feel
you could see the bumps back then. Now you can't see nothing. It's covered.
Layered.
I'm sorry.
You feel attacked over here. Like, what are you talking about? Should I start wiping my face off? I'm okay with taking off some makeup.
Now they get home, they take that.
Listen, y'all, it be some zombie. One time no makeup come here. But to be honest with you, since and 06 was my senior year. So 06 I started working at Dillard's. And I think that put me in tune to how women was putting on makeup. Let's go back to the topic at hand. I know you said you don't remember. Maybe Dushaine, if that's happened to you.
For me, for me, I would say confidence for me is a really good thing, in my opinion. I don't want anybody that is insecure and is like I don't want to say everything bothers them, because I'm the type of person everything bothers me, but you get what I'm saying? Like you can't function properly because we can't go out because your hair ain't right or this ain't right. Like, nah, if your hair ain't right, throw something on. Let's still go have fun. Let's go enjoy ourselves and stuff like that. And then more so when I think about confidence, I think I'm thinking more so conversational wise, or whatever the case is. I love a person that can have a great conversation, and that can take the conversation somewhere I didn't even see it going. Like, I was done talking about it, and you say something that made me start thinking even like way deeper about it now. Like, I wasn't even thinking that mind, so now I got to change my whole perspective on how I was even thinking. So when I'm thinking about confidence, that's more so what I'm thinking about. So me personally, I like a person that's very confident.
Would you say that confidence and insecurities are two different sides of the coin, or would you say that you can still have confidence and still have insecurities? Because you said that you want your person confident, you don't want them to be insecure, but I think you can still have insecurities and still be confident.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I kind of touched on two things there when I said, the conversational wide of your personality. You get what I'm saying? You can still be confident in that sense, and like you said, still have some kind of insecurities, or whatever cases, because anybody can have insecurities. So, because you had said something about the person being conceited,
overly confident.
Pretty much conceited. You get what I'm saying? They're full of themselves, or whatever the case may be. And I don't necessarily want somebody to that extent. So that's why I'm just trying to alleviate that part of it. Like, I don't want nobody that's full of themselves, but I like a person who is confident because they know stuff and they have things to. Places to take the conversation and things to add on and things to show me that I may not have looked at in a certain type of way or whatever the case is. But if you just confident where you just won't shut the hell up, you know everything. Like, nah, bro.
You ever had the experience where you were going to ask someone something, a very just a very general question, and they go, "I got a boyfriend," or "I'm not interested," and you're like, I was just asking you for directions, or your shoe was untied. Like, you never experienced anything like that, or they were so confident that
Yeah, I've definitely.
And have you switched it to say that?
It wasn't a switch. It was genuinely I wasn't trying to talk to you like that. Baby. It was like you got something on your shoe. You got something. You get what I'm saying? You dropped especially you dropped your purse.
Oh, when they drop something, it's the worst.
Like, baby,
you dropped it. I'm not. Okay.
You feel me? But
you dropped something.
Yeah, that's it.
When did that change, though? I'm so sorry to the males that has to go through that. Like, when did it happen? When did this happen, or it change where man could not do something for a woman without it being like, dang, you trying to holler at me? Like, when did it get that bad? Like, I knew it was bad, like when you didn't give them a chance, men will curse you out. But like, when did it get that bad where you can't even like say, excuse me, let me open the door for you? Like, oh no, I'm not interested. I'll open my own door. Like, when did we get that bad?
Well, I was going to say, in my opinion, we blame social media for a lot of things, but this is, in my opinion, something we're going to have to blame social media for again, because I feel like a lot of people see things on social media, and they don't necessarily experience it for themselves, but they kind of put up a boundary based on what they may have seen. You get what I'm saying? Now their mindset is just, when it happens, you know what, I'm gonna kill it before this happens, or whatever the case is.
Your guard is so up.
Yeah, your guard is already up, or whatever the case is. Versus if you never saw that and you just had to experience it for yourself, I don't think people are reacting that type of way, because it's not a decent way to react. And
women, to us ladies, I definitely think let's try to change just take that stereotype out of there, because I feel like a lot of times when we do that, it takes away from the guys being nice to us. And then again, to just throw back on that scenario, sometimes I see the women, they have like catch such an attitude, but when they double back and look, like, oh, you see him? Like, you know what he do? And then they end up really wanting to talk to him, but because you
missed out on the blessing,
you mess up on a whole blessing being so nasty, and that's not even really your character. It's just, that's just who you are. Like, I think matter of fact, when I was doing the post, I think that's what I saw. It was a woman, I think a guy was like shooting his shot. I'm not saying he shot his shot correctly, but he was trying to shoot his shot when she was on her live. But I promise you, if it was, not saying her type was Floyd Mayweather, and he shot his shot, don't care what he said, you would have been like, well, hello. And to me, it's like, be careful on who you throw down. Like, I
think that going back to that how they act and why women act like that, when that started, I think that just started from a lot of bad experiences. From them falling into the trap of, oh, you're gonna help me carry my bags, and then the guy like, yeah, I'll help you carry your bags, and then she fell for it. So now she's like, I don't want nobody helping me with my bags anymore, because the last nigga that helped me with my bag left me with this baby. So whoa.
That is a good one. Well, I think that
I think that's what it is. I think it's just past experiences. So
dang, left you with a baby.
Hey,
But I'm not talking about those people. That's legit. I'm talking about people who just are going off of, like, they never been in that situation. They just think something gonna happen. It's
they're just paranoid.
Like imagine somebody come to, I don't know what neighborhood you lived in, but like, let's say you stayed in the hood when you was younger, or whatever the case is. People have a negative stigma of the hood, and they come to the hood and they expect people are going to try to rob them and stuff like that, but they get there and ain't nobody on that. You get what I'm saying? But they really jittery, and you get what I'm saying, moving
and acting
funny.
so scary. Exactly. And then later on, they come to the block a couple times, like, oh, this is cool.
Everybody's chilling.
Everybody's chilling. Like, there's a barbecue over here, and everybody playing music over here. Why don't come over here sometime?
Exactly.
Yeah. So I could definitely see that. But I think that's all.
Drive by shooting.
Huh?
It's a bad day, man. It's bad days everywhere, okay? It's bad days everywhere, okay? Hey, this chicken good.
All right, yeah.
Okay. So you guys, thank you guys so much for joining us today at Singles Capital with Lexx
and Leo
and Dushaine.
And I just want you guys to observe this shirt where it's saved.
Move the mics a little bit.
Oh, sorry. We're going to give a shout out. It's saved but not soft. Please get you a t-shirt. And I just want to say thank you so much.